Hello Overseers, last episode we pushed our research to the next level by upgrading our energy orbs and refining our gene production. Now we're taking even more control. We've completed the thumper, allowing us to manually trigger nuptial rituals, and we're transitioning our queen to Energy Orb Mk2s for even greater larva output. With more colliders and smarter optimizations, can we supercharge our research and take the colony to new heights? Let's dive in and find out. We're currently trying to progress through to Instinct 32, which is to get the Ion Worker Ant. That is all the way up in the tech tree, somewhat this way, I believe. It's all the way up there. Have no idea how to get there yet. We're quite far from it, but surely along the way we need to get to this next island, which is the Polluted Island Scanner. So we're trying to build this thumper. Last episode we had just put together our lovely energy colliders, so they're making Energy Orb 3s, which are being transported to this island over here because the thumper can only be built on this island. Now we're 8 out of 25 Energy Orb 3s and we've got every other material ready to go. So we're at 97% and very soon we'll be able to, first of all, thump, which means we can set these genes to go whenever we want. And then we can also get enough gene points to hopefully unlock tier 2 inventor ant, hopefully this episode. Doesn't look like these energy pods lead anywhere on this tree. While we're waiting, we're just going to do some minor optimizations. Now it looks like our stockpile here is full, but these ants have run out of stuff to collect. Let's check in on our resin ants. Our resin ants are over here collecting resin, and it looks like they're pretty much done. Just one more trail to go, and then we probably need to move their trail at some point. Material isn't really a major concern, as you can see over here, but I think we should also start just transitioning to start using Energy Pod 2s because we don't really need Energy Pod 1s anymore. Someone in my comment section told me that I had a suspicion that the higher level energy pods increase exponentially, while 2 energy pod 1s make an energy pod 2, and energy pod 2 gives more material or more energy to the queen than 2 energy pod 1s. So we should really look at doing this expansion. And plus, if you look at my iron workers, I got way too many iron workers that I don't even have anywhere for them to go at the moment. Put them back on the trail. So we should definitely expand this operation over here. Now, I don't really have anywhere for them to go here, so I might try to expand the operation up north here. Got a bunch of annoying scrap piles over here, so we might just try getting rid of those scrap piles. Let me just clean up this as well. We don't need this combiner over here anymore. I had this combiner set because I thought I was getting the wrong ratio of ants in my gene cocoon, but it looks like it's fine. So I'm just going to get rid of this trail, clean things up a little bit while we're waiting, and get rid of this elder trail, and then maybe we can start sending our ants up here to get rid of some of these scrap piles. So I'll create a new gate over here. Just anywhere should be fine. Probably towards the back, like that. And then we'll need a new null trail going out here somewhere, and then just up here, and then start collecting the scrap over here. We'll just start with this tiny scrap pile for now. Give them a new stockpile to chuck that stuff into, and at least 1, maybe 2, 3, 4 ants can go up there. We do need to send an old gate back over here to make sure they do get back there, but I'm not going to worry about too much about cleanliness here. We're just going to grab an old gate straight out after the stockpile, and then we're just going to send it back down on an elder trail as direct as we can go, somewhere here, and then I guess just straight into this divider. We'll be fine. This will be very temporary. They're going to clean out that stockpile in a matter of, I don't know, the next 20 seconds, and then move it up there to get rid of these scrap piles. And our map is getting slowly cleaned out. We've got 300 more rubble in here to deal with. How is our thumper going? We've got 3 more energy pods till that is done, and that shouldn't take too long because our lovely drones here are flying out the energy pods. And just like that, first scrap pile is gone. So we're going to move all of this across over here somewhere. Just going to delete these trails. Draw up a new hauling trail to get rid of this stuff. Make sure we hit them all. Do I even have enough room for a stockpile here? Oh, just barely. Got to get an old gate out of there. Somewhere in between after the stockpile. And then we just elder trail that back there. We'll get our null trail going up to here. And we'll just send these ants up to that null trail. Off you go. Hopefully that'll get cleaned up and we get some more room up here to deal with all of that. These ants are done with this little pile of metal. This pile of metal is still going pretty hard, so we need to get a new trail of metal for them to grab. Where can we get rid of metal? Probably like up there. Where are these ants coming out of? Over here. It's a little bit of a trek to get up there. Is there a better source of metal down here we can go to? I feel like this one is closer. We can start cleaning out all the metal down here, so we can start drawing trails. Let's check on our thumper before we do that, because metal's not really a problem at all for us. Our thumper is done. We can call other ants and get our nuptial flights going whenever we want. But more importantly, we can get to this build a thumper polluted island. Of course we need 5 gene points. Alright, now we've got a question whether we want to do this first or this first, but we're gonna need more gene points either way. Our gene cocoon's going very slowly. What are we missing? Nothing. We're not really missing anything. We're just waiting for stuff to progress. So I suppose once we have our 4, that'll unlock our new polluted island. I guess we go for that first. Not much more to do in the meantime. Get this smart dispenser. The other thing someone's telling me to do is get the stockpile gate ASAP. That used to be hidden behind gene points, but apparently now it's not. So let's go check out that stockpile gate and what it does, while we figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the stuff. So a stockpile gate is a logic trail that can be assigned to a target stockpile. The gate will keep track of its inventory and let ants enter if the amount is higher or lower than a certain threshold. Apparently this is meant to help me automate a lot of things, but I don't really understand what that means. Assign a gate to a stockpile. So if I assign it to, say, this stockpile, I see what it does. So enter if the stockpile, okay, so if you just put stockpiles on trails, you can be like, all right, well, this stockpile is full. I don't need ants on this trail, and therefore send ants elsewhere. Okay, that's a cool concept. I don't really know the immediate use case for that sort of stuff is yet. Maybe for this kind of crap, we can assign a stockpile. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, maybe you need stockpile gates so that it knows that it's empty, and then if it is empty, then don't do stuff, or it's got to be useful for something, but I don't see a very immediate use case for it right now. Right now, I think immediately we should just get these ants doing something, because we probably need more metal at some point, because this dispenser is being used for everything at the moment. But I suppose we're basically just waiting for genes, right? Most of the time. I just want to make sure I don't have any ants queued up waiting for other ants, which looks like it's fine. Make sure these drones that are coming in are indeed living long enough to get in there, which they look like they are. Sort out this resin first. I think this resin is done, so let's get the trail going across over here a little bit. Move that trail there, move that one here. That should be quite a bit of resin. They've got enough storage stockpile for these things, so we should be all good there. Alright, let's start mining out all this crap over here so we get some more building space. Let me set up the mining trails first. So we'll have 4 miners as usual, get things done quickly. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. Get our divider into the 4 trails. Then we'll haul them back to another point and back into the divider. Mining trails are easy enough to set up. We can move this stockpile over here. And we just have to repurpose this gate to direct it down this way. So we get rid of that, and that one. And then we'll just crisscross it over to the other side. Doesn't really matter. A lot of this stuff is temporary. As you can see, they mine for a bit and then they don't need to anymore. So we don't have to worry about it too much. We'll just send them down that way. We've lost our mining ants. What? Oh no. Do not want them crisscrossing with these ants. Get out that way. Get into my mining trail. There you go. More mining ants coming out. What are some other improvements we can make? We can make a deconstructor now. It can deconstruct items into their raw components. Not particularly useful. What other optimizations can we make while we're waiting for these islands and such? We essentially just need more gene points, honestly. So we're really just waiting. This is done, isn't it? Is it making a lesser gene? Yeah, it is. And our next princess is going in, and we've got a bunch of ants following suit. Fantastic. These guys are done with this stockpile. Let's move that up this way. And let's get them a new stockpile. Probably should just use large stockpiles at some point, but whatever, it's fine. Once this area is mined out, I'd like this trail to make colliders, so I might start building some more collider stuff. And then if we get more ants, how does that help us? We can put more ants on the trail and they can die faster, I suppose, and then that will get the genes going a little bit faster. How many spare ants do we even have on this trail? None. We have the exact perfect amount of ants at the moment. Probably because we've only got one dude hatching these ants. Could probably hatch a bit faster. We can always add more hatcheries if we have more food. Let's just start with some iron tiles. Alright, we've paved all these iron tiles over here. Now we can put some more colliders over here. These colliders are a little bit annoying to set up because they do take 2 energy orbs. So we have to do this weird trail thing. But if we have more colliders, we can make a lot more energy orbs. Now this one is only going over here. Let's see the collider ratio to how many actually is needed. So basically this one is currently, wait, these 4 dispensers are all linked to the same thing at the moment. And it looks like even 4 colliders isn't enough to get rid of all of these energy orbs. And also, I'm not even picking up one of them, I think. So yeah, and also these flowers. I think these are new flowers that have respawned. Did you guys know that if you tile over certain flowers, someone told me that the plant resources on an island are renewable. So if you tile over certain areas, everything will regrow one day, and you can control where they grow by putting iron tiles in certain places. That's freaking amazing. That changes everything. It means we need to one day like control where all the resin and the plants grow and stuff like that by tiling over the places we don't want them to grow. That will be a very, very long-term project, but for now, we're just gonna put some more colliders. We're gonna figure out how many colliders it takes to eat an entire stockpile. So under production, let's just go with another 4 colliders, we reckon. I think that's a good number. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can get some of these stockpiles, storage somewhere else. Get our trails in. You've seen this done a bunch of times already. It's a little bit backwards this time, but we basically just get a triangle at some point. Next, we set our recipes to fuse Energy Orb 2s. I think this episode, I basically just want to get all my spare ants fusing Energy Pod 2s, and then we're going to just slowly transition our queen to start using Energy Orb 2s. I just need to know how many colliders I need to get this going, so we're just going to slowly add sets of 4 colliders everywhere. They don't take anything besides Energy Pod. So I don't see any reason not to just turn every single energy orb into energy pod 2s. Maybe we'll leave 1 for our energy pod ants for the gene cocoon, but that's about it. So we'll get our cast gates out again. I said cast gate, didn't I? I've done the wrong gate. Sorry, it's been a while since I've played Microtopia. Was finishing off my Satisfactory series for a while. But we'll get our carry gate out, and then we need to put the stockpiles in. I feel like I've built this incorrectly, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna do all of them linked to this to see if I can eat all the energy orbs. I think it is because the number is dropping. Wasn't it 78 before and now it's 70? So 4 is enough to turn all of these into that. All right, let's start taking this stockpile stuff then, because this one's constantly full. So we'll put in our dispensers. I'm going to set the thing for the carry gate, so if you've got energy pod 2s, then you get out. And where you get out to, first let's just clear the dispensers. And then we take them to some sort of central point, which say is here. And then once you're out, you can just go there. We need a new stockpile, so you can drop off your energy orb 2s when you're done. Put that there. And of course, when you're done, we need you to get back into the trail. So we're going to use a divider, or in this case, we use a counter. So we send a counter there, 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 and all the way out this way. Gotta zoom in a little bit to hit this one. And it looks a bit messy, but I think this is sort of the shortest trail that you're going to get. Now we can send our workers on there. So let me just get rid of all these old gates and elder trails. We'll send a null trail up there to the counter gate area, and then we'll elder trail them out from around here somewhere. We'll old gate them out from here, and then we'll elder trail them back down. Hopefully they have enough time to do whatever they need to do to like get here. I don't feel like that trail is particularly long, so it should be okay. Let's just watch this to make sure we've done our job correctly. Looks like our ants are going in there. They are colliding things. Let's set the number to 4. And it looks like all our ants are currently doing stuff, so that's a good sign. Although these ants are not getting any fiber anymore, so we might get them to get fiber from elsewhere. These guys have finished colliding all of their energy pod 3s, and I think I've moved all my energy pod 3s to the other side of the world. We should probably stop doing that. I don't think I want to keep doing that. And these guys have run out of energy orb 2s. So where is this being taken from? It's being taken from a random stockpile, which is also linked to this thing. Oh crap. Isn't this my energy orb 2s? That dispenser should definitely be linked to a real dispenser, because this dispenser is not real. I guess we'll just solidify some of our operations as we wait for all our genes. We've got this one, and yep, we're starting, lucky I caught that because we're starting to lack a bunch of these ants. But here they go. They didn't die, I hope, because that would be a big waste of light bulbs. How is our light bulbs going? Great, that's fine. You guys are still bringing stuff back, are you? Let's just double check on the operations on this side of the island. The stockpile has 93 scrap, a lot of glass, and barely any energy orb 2s, but that's fine. That just means you're getting a lot of energy orbs. Maybe my stockpile gate here can be useful for automating the carrying of stuff back and forth from the island. Like, we can think about that for a second. For example, like, they don't need to go into this one and then here if this stockpile is empty, right? Because like right now a drone's about to come here and they're gonna waste the trip because they're gonna come here, grab nothing, and then they're gonna leave. So maybe we can do some sort of stockpile gate system to make that slightly more efficient, I guess. Let's check in on our glass and our copper and things like that, make sure all of that is going okay. We're definitely getting enough copper and all that stuff, so that's all good. We probably don't need to make copper wire on this island anymore. We've run out of iron as well. What? How have we run out of iron? These old digger ants are indeed... Oh man, I'm also just chucking away all this glass. Look at all this glass. Are they just dying here because they're not connected, or what's going on over here? I'm going to put a stockpile there. There's a lot of wasted glass over here. What the heck's going on? We'll get a hauling trail over here, into here, and then whatever you're doing, just put a stockpile down. Someone's probably looking at all this wasted glass going, you're insane. Oh, this copper trail is also done, so we can move this out of the way. A lot of cleanup to do. Alright, let's test this trail out. So it's going to go over here, it's going to drop off whatever glass. Oh, man, something just happened to die. That's fine, but we've got plenty of ants on this trail. And plenty of glass here that's not being transported home. So clearly we don't have enough, like, fast enough transport, I guess. Alright, that's fine. We won't worry about that too much for now. But right now we've got all these ants. Oh, what is happening over here? This is not good. We've got too many ants over here. I made a mistake. I must have linked that to the wrong spot. This is gonna not be good for my stuff. Hold on, let me try to fix this. This null trail cannot be linked straight in. It needs to be linked to the central section of this so that this can actually read how many ants are on the trail. So now you'll see this trail going up is actually set to 4. It knows there's more than 4 ants on this trail. It's too much to send these ants back down, so I'm just gonna move them all across over here for now, and I'll do my best to try to send them back down. I don't want 300 worker ants on here because it's gonna break everything. Look how delicate these systems are that we're making. As soon as I've done something, it just messes everything up. I've sent literally every single worker ant in existence up here, and that's not good because it's gonna mess with my gene cocoon. So I'm gonna grab them all, Well, first of all, let's get this guy on the old trail. So off you go. It's gonna mess up with all my old trail stuff. So back you go. There's too many ants to control. I want you to go back to this trail, essentially. Yes, got them back all on the trail to be distributed. And it also messes up with all my operations over here. So gotta make sure these guys are all doing their thing. Now, what's all my glass being used for? It's all being used for light bulbs. I have like 0 glass blocks. I really need some glass blocks, so maybe we need to slow down the light bulb making process because we've got 105 light bulbs and not enough glass. So I'm gonna just move this out of the way for now, and can always move it back when we need more light bulbs. A lot of micromanagement at the moment, not really too happy about that, but it is what it is. But we're almost there. We've got our 3rd gene coming up, so when this 4th gene is done, we can send them off for thump, first thump. Now, the reason why I was checking this operation was if this is all good now, instead of our queen eating this, we should get our queen to eat this instead. So we can get to like maybe stage 11 and get some more ants, and when we have more ants, we can give them something to do. So I'm gonna give that a little swap around. We're gonna move our fallback ones over there, and then we're going to prioritize this rank 2 food for the queen, and we're just slowly going to transition all our food to level 2 food, basically. And level 2 food is not continuous. That's the only thing. But maybe it will be continuous once I have enough of these colliders. I don't know. Well, we will have to see. But hopefully that will get us to level... Let's say if 2 of these food things will get us to level 11. Surely. It's going to check some of my exclamations around the map. For example, this stockpile that's making concrete is full, which is fair enough. Our concrete is full and we have nothing to do with the concrete. Is there any other non-gene point related things that we can grab? Oh crap, what did I just click? God, I hate how I accidentally click stuff. Yeah, I don't want to use up too much of these research points too, because I don't really have that much. Concrete core, like I just wanted to highlight over it. See, that one needs gene points. I don't want to use up my gene points. Smart dispenser, everything needs gene points, and I just don't have a lot of gene points. I don't know what this LED terminal is. A building comprised of many blinking lights, which provides insight into the use of light and color when constructed. What? Insight into lights and color. Podworker 3 fancy ant catapult. Ooh, catapult. Is this thing good at sending stuff? Throw materials onto a stockpile. Yeah, that sounds very useful. Materials can even be thrown to another island. That's very handy, isn't it? Yeah, but we need to get there, and I'm guessing it's through the smart. Like, let's just focus. Let's just focus. We literally just need to finish this gene cocoon, and then we're gonna thump the thumper, and then unlock our next island to see what resources are available, and that will inform our next steps pretty well. Gotta focus. This game, there's too much, like in these games, there's no like very straightforward path forward, and you don't want to overdo things and end up like in the middle of 30,000 different manual projects, and then yeah, it's not good. Just do things slowly, it's fine. Ants are coming. Our next thing is about to spawn, and once that's done, we're gonna thump. Let's find if there's any other issues. Obviously this fabric is being demolished at the moment, and we definitely need more fabric. Not really. Our stockpile for fabric is very full. Okay, so that's not an issue. But we probably want to harvest some more somewhere, because these ants look very bored. But I have no forest for them to harvest anywhere. How many extra of these ants do we have? We still have tons of extra of these ants. We need them to be doing something. Maybe they can do more colliding, and then I can get my ants over here to harvest stuff. Because, for example, the ants out of here aren't doing anything either, and we're not even using any of the stuff from this stockpile. Man, we've got so much extra orbs, so much extra ants that we can do so many things with. We just gotta wait for... I think I need glass. I got 68 glass. I can make another one of these collider things, I guess. Where is my forest? I think my forest is here. So if we get another plant cutting trail over here, it will probably inform what we need to do next. Might as well cut the plants that exist on my side of the world, right? Get this stockpile over here. And then we'll get these ants into there. We'll just combine them. Combining is free, so I really like that. So right after the stockpile here, we'll get an old gate, and then we'll chuck a combiner somewhere. Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to work. Get a divider over here. We're just slowly increasing our ant efficiency, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'll need to set up a hauling trail and a trash can over here, it seems, because this thing's always full. So we'll get them back there, drop that off. We'll get these guys to become workers, and then the workers can go work this trail and go cut me some plants. Someone said they had a really interesting setup on my comments. That was really interesting. They said their entire island is powered by pod workers. So infinite pod workers on every single trail doing everything, right? And they just send all of their ants directly into the gene cocoon to make genes. That's a really cool concept as well. I think that's probably literally the most efficient thing you can do because you got so much of this stuff, right? But anyway, we've got an extra trail here. They're going to be responsible for plant cutting, which means that we have alleviated another trail of 4 ants over here. And it seems like a good idea to get these guys to make more of these. We've got enough to make another set of these colliders. So we'll just keep making colliders, I guess. Now, this is where blueprinting would be super, super handy. But obviously we don't have blueprinting, so we're just going to have to make everything manually. Get these ants over here. Oh no, I should have gotten the ants over here first. Get rid of this old trail, and then we will set up our colliders over here. I just am doing everything in play mode because we're literally just waiting. But I don't see any reason not to set up a billion colliders. I feel like at the end of the day, all of our first island is just going to be colliders. Need some more foundation. Get rid of this stuff for the cannon. Alright, we'll set up our trails. I set this trail up differently every single time I make it, but the concept remains the same. I mean, we might as well use the energy orbs we're not using from this stockpile. I think 4 colliders is enough to consume basically all of the stuff from a stockpile. So we'll stick with that. Now we'll try to learn from our mistakes. Let's set the recipes. Once we get everything to Energy Orb 2s, then we're going to have to collide them into Energy Orb 3s and 4s and 5s. I feel like that's a very, very exponential process, so it's going to take up the entire real estate of this first island just to collide all these Energy Orbs together. But that's fine. We've got real estate on every single other island, and maybe that's what's going to eventually force us to branch out to those other islands, because I don't really feel like there's any need to go to any other islands for now. So we'll get our carry gates out. Set our carry gates to Energy Orb 2s again. Then we'll get our hauling trail out, get them to haul to some central point, and from that central point we'll countergate back onto the trails. The system seems to be working out for us so far, so we'll stick to it. Then we need to trail these guys in, so we'll null trail. Remember, don't go straight into this countergate or it's not going to count. You want to get it into here, and then you want to get a... oh wait, this is not good. Well, that's fine. These guys can all go into here. We need an old gate out of here. I forgot to set up the stockpile. That's why I said this is not good. Let me set up the stockpile first. I think I need a new stockpile. That's fine. We'll just chuck one down here. We can put the stockpile a bit further back so that it can get through here. So we'll get a null trail going into here again, like that. And then we need an elder trail going out of here. So we'll get an old gate coming out, say this way, after the stockpile, and then we'll elder trail that back into our main system, which can just be here. That's fine. Let me manually pick out some of these old ants and put them into the elder trail. Yeah, you guys can just go that way. That's fine. Send more ants into this system. We're almost done. We just need one more pod worker 2. And that's that guy. Once that guy goes in, we can thump. Look how fast they consume those Energy Orb 2s. It's all gone now. But that's perfectly fine because they can just grab all the Energy Orb 1s and stuff. As long as they're continuously feeding our queen, we're happy with that. We can probably double up the Energy Orb 2s now, so we'll get the ones from here and you can feed from that one. Slowly heading into stage 11, our gene is being produced, and once it hits that platform, we will get it to thump, and we will get our 5 points and unlock our next island, and we will see what that next island is all about. Alright, 4 genes have arrived on our gene towers, so we can go activate our newly built thumper and see what that does. Let's call the other ants. Does this cost me anything? Nope, it just triggers it. Can I just do this whenever I want now? That's so cool. Look at that animation. It's like doom. And here comes the nuptial ants. Nuptial flight is currently active. And off they go. And our nuptial flight is complete. We have our 5 gene points. And now we can unlock the polluted island scanner. Let's see what we need to build that. Oh, 500. Okay, maybe we can't unlock the polluted island scanner. We need 500 of these. We really need to up our inventor ant situation as well. But we can definitely do that because we have an old trail of ants over here that can now do that. So we'll get the old gates out of here. And we can just elder trail that all the way up north. I think they can make this run over to around here somewhere. I don't even have work for these guys to do. These guys aren't even old ants. These are just like fresh, brand new ants that I just have no work for at the moment. Oh man, is that a good problem to have? Too many ants, not enough work. So I'm setting up a trash can over here so that they can drop their stuff off. Because all of these ants coming out of here are going to have stuff, so yeah. We'll have to just manually deal with this for a while until we get enough points, because we definitely don't have enough points at the moment and not enough ants going into here. Any other ants I can repurpose to get this process going a little bit faster? Now that this has become a problem, we do want to get this process going a little bit faster. I don't think so. All my ants are currently being repurposed for everything. These guys are all turning into drones. We need them to carry stuff backwards and forwards. These ants are also being repurposed as drones to carry larvae to the other side of the world. So yeah, they're pretty useful. These ants are doing nothing. We can get them into this system, I suppose. But that's not even a lot of ants, so maybe we'll just leave it. The ants spawning out of here is perfect to keep pace with everything. So everything's kind of going okay. We just need to get our inventor points now. We're almost at stage 11, so we're about to have a huge new wave of ants. Let's see how much that actually increases our larvae generation by. So it might go from 20 to 25. If every stage after 10 is a 5 ant jump, then we're really gonna be cooking with fire real soon. We actually have a lot of ants at the moment. Like this stockpile is not even being fully consumed. So we could hatch more ants out faster. Like for example, if we feel like this path is not being saturated, we could always put a second spawner in here and get them hatched faster. And if they do get hatched faster and we want more ants here, we can increase the volume of ants here. So let's do that. We're about to have a lot more ants anyway, so we might as well. Let's cut this path. We'll get a null trail going there and there. And then we will increase this trail out a little bit. Guys confused? Yep, drop ants off in both trails now. Now we should have plenty of ants here. Once we have ants saturated here, we'll increase the volume of ants on either one of these trails. Looks like the ants over here are perfect as well, so that's fine. This stockpile is constantly full. Is there a reason for that? Are my ants not doing work? Nope, they are working full time. Still got way too many ants over here, so we got to get more work for these guys to do. So we probably have to set up another trail out this way, maybe get another 4 colliders. We can just add colliders basically. Let's just get to stage 11 first. Yeah, every stage is 5 more increased larvae, so that's gonna be a lot of extra larvae to deal with, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. More ants is better. We can always find work for them to do. We need more inventors and more everything right now, so that's all good. I'm all happy with that. Let's let this system saturate for a while, and then we'll get more inventor ants by upping the numbers on these gates as well. Let's check out our new digger ant process. Yep, you're all good. Everything is going okay. We're just making too much of everything and not enough inventor points. But that's fine. We're still waiting for more of these points anyway, because once we've done that, our next thing is these. So we need another 500 of these points. Oh, we just need to up our research, basically. We need to like drastically up our research. We can't really touch this system because the balance here is dealing with the genes. So if we up this system, we need to up it evenly across all of these gates. And I don't think we have enough ants to do that right now. All right. This trail looks like it's fully saturated. Look how many extra ants we have. 6 extra ants. So in theory, we could up these by probably 3 each, but let's just go slow. We'll get these up to 6 first. And then with more ants there, they should make more inventor ants. If we need to add more inventor pads, we can definitely do that. I say definitely do that. We would need to restructure this a little bit to get more inventor pads. But hey, that's what we need right now, so we will slowly build up to that. Stage 11 looks like it's maintaining perfectly fine. Still have way too many ants here, so we can definitely look at creating another set of these. We do have another 66 glass. I'm using way too much glass to make these colliders. Is this where everyone runs out of glass? I think this is probably where everyone runs out of glass, because they need to make 3,000 billion colliders to get more stages and energy orb 2s and stuff. So gotta be a little bit careful about that. I'm gonna check in on our little pod ants, because I don't want them to die. How many more glass do we have here? We only got 20 more things here, so let's set these ants to start grabbing some more of those and bringing it over. I think I just moved the thing out of the way, didn't I? Yeah. So we'll get that going for a bit again. So just bring some more energy pods over as you go. Oh, this is where the stockpile gate is going to come in. I see. Check this out. We can probably implement the stockpile gate over here, right? Can the stockpile gate link across worlds though? Let's test it out. It probably can't go across different islands though, right? It can. So I can assign it to this stockpile. Ah, I see. I see. All right. Let's test that automation. We've learned something, so let's do that. We don't want them all to be bringing it over and just trashing it, right? So what we can do is, instead of it coming straight here, let's move the launch pad a little bit further out of the way. We'll move this somewhere over here. We'll get a stockpile gate going, and it'll go that way, right? And then we can get a hauling trail to go back this way, or you go straight this way. Now, whether you go into here or not is going to be dependent on that stockpile over there. So we can assign this to this and go, enter if the stockpile contains less than 30. We'll say like 40, right? 40 is a good test, I think. We'll do 30 just to test it out. So if it's less than 30, it's going to go in here and pick up a new one. And then if it's more than 30, it's not going to do that. So we can watch it for a little bit and go, all right, now there's 26 in here. There's no more resin. Have you picked up all the resin? I think you have. Let me just modify this trail a little bit to pick out this resin. We've got quite a bit of resin back here now, 62. More than enough to do stuff with. How's our inventor ants going? Yeah, check it out. We've got so many inventor ants now. Or so many more inventor ants now. So that's getting us points a lot faster. We may even have to get a second ant over here. With 2 ants on this trail, it's definitely a lot faster. We've got so many ants here now. So we've got another, even with 6 on each of these trails, that's still too many. So if we put them up to 8 each, then we're not wasting all the old ants over here. We're not even doing anything with this stockpile. Oh man, there's so many things we can do with all these extra ants. Now we're getting so many extra ants over here too. There's too many ants. What do I do with them all? I can't just keep making them collide stuff, because then I'll just get even more ants. I literally have no work for them. I will have work for them very, very soon, so don't you worry about that. I wonder if I can pull for my queen any faster. Like if we split these trails, will it actually be faster? I have no idea how that works. We'll have to test it out and see. Yeah, we got way too many inventor ants. We're gonna need more inventor pads. Why is this not pulling anything? Oh, this stockpile is empty. Alright, so I need more food. So I'm gonna have to delete some of these. And then we're gonna have to swap it with some of these. That way we have food on the actual trails. Because there's no food on the trails. What if you feed these guys Energy Orb 2s? Collected energy is 5 out of 10. I don't think these guys care whether it's Energy Orb 1s or 2s. We want to feed them a little bit faster. We can even increase this to 3. Doing some manual clickies for now, just to get my 500, and then we'll unlock the trail, and then we'll look at optimizing this maybe next episode. I'm just so close to, I guess I'm not, I would say I'm close to Inventor Ant 2, but I was gonna say I'm pretty close to getting my Inventor Ants. Oh, also let's check on the thumper and see if, is there any, can I just thump anytime now? Oh, I can just thump anytime now. Fantastic. So since we need these in sets of 2, we might just build another one of these so that we can get 5. We know we can definitely get more than 5 per hour. Oh, one of my inventor ants died here. That's not good. Alright, that's I need my inventor ant back here. Oh, we got our 500 points already. Oh man, we've got too many ants over here. This combiner can't even keep up. We definitely got to do something with this trail at some point. Maybe we can get these ants into... there's not even any point because there's so many of these ants. We've basically got too many ants now. We can just start sending them into stuff that we need to send them into. Like, we can just double up our inventor point system since we need more points, but we'll do that next episode. For now, let's just get this polluted island scanner, see what that's all about. Let's check it out in our progression and what we need to build for it. We need a lot of everything. Okay, we need 40 LEDs. That's a lot of LEDs. Glass blocks, copper. What is this thing? Let me just put this down. Can only be built on the jungle island. And we need to transport all this stuff into the jungle island. All right, so this is going to be a huge mission, right? But let's just put one down and see what we've got. We need to transport all this stuff, sure. But what is this? Casing. I don't even have casing. Do I have casing? I need a search bar now. Here we go. Casing. So resin. We can make resin? Oh my god. I've been farming resin this whole time. We could have made resin this whole time. And then we can make casing. Okay, so sure. So that's basically our mission for next episode. We're going to start transporting all the stuff for our next island over here. And we're going to start making that. We've got to get our LED process starting to craft again. Maybe that fourth island will have glass, so we have a limited sort of time frame before we run out of glass to get all this done. But we got plenty of ant workers to do all this stuff, so we're not worried on that front. We should in fact take some of these old ants and do something with them because they're not going anywhere or doing anything at the moment, which is a little bit sad. And we've got way too many ants on this trail. They're probably just dying. And these guys are done as well, so we need to set up a new work path for these guys. Oh, I never old trailed these guys out, did I? Do I have old trails for this stuff? No, I don't, because I don't really care about metal for now. A lot of optimizations that we can do, but we've done a lot this episode, so we've got a big to-do list for next episode. And we will definitely get to work on all of those things. Let's have a look. We can make resin at a facility. Why the heck am I working so hard on the jungle island to pick up resin and transporting it back when I can just bloody make resin here in a workshop? What is it made out of? It's made out of fabric, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look. No, it's not made in a factory. Where is it made? And casing needs another 50 points to unlock, so it's created in a facility. Oh no, that means it needs two things. Okay, maybe I'm not an idiot because it's pretty annoying to make these things in a facility. A resin is made from a fabric and a concrete. Well, that's great because I have a lot of fabric and I have a lot of concrete. Great, so if we need resin, we can always make more resin, and we probably will need resin because we need to make a lot of LEDs. So we're gonna get this process kicked off again. But yeah, we will do all of that next episode. A lot of optimizations to do with our base. By the time we do all that and unlock that island, hopefully we have pretty close to 10 gene cocoons, and then we'll work on inventor ant 2s, and that will be much larger progression for us, I think. I don't know what these guys do. Enhanced version of an inventor ant produces a new kind of inventor point, so it unlocks inventor ant point 2. But what I'm more interested in is the inventor tower. More efficient alternative to the inventor pad. Full inventor ants will start producing inventor points at a steady rate, eliminating the need to manually pop them. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but I'm sure it'll require a lot of gene points. So yeah, lots to do. If you don't want to miss out, don't forget to like and sub, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.